So yesterday, which was the end of January, I noticed that I hit day 40, which I was aware of. I knew that it was going to end up that way, that I would finish up January on a 40. I don't know if that makes any difference, but it was kind of cool, I guess, at least in my own mind, that I was able to complete dry January and hit my 40th recording. Again, I don't know if it makes any difference, but that's what happened. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. So that's what happened. January 31st was yesterday. Completed dry January as I knew I was going to, at least by the end. I didn't know at the beginning. I wasn't very sure if I was going to make it through some of those spots. There's so many temptations along the way. One of which being that all that snow and a lot of other things that popped up in January. It's like, man, I'd really like to have a drink right about now. It's not even so much that things popped up. It's just, when the snow's coming down or even the rain and you're kind of trapped inside on a Friday or Saturday night, you're like, oh, it would be really nice just to pop open something or, you know, um, but I didn't. So as a couple, we successfully finished dry January, finished it up last night. Today, now it's February 1st. And I do have an event to go to where I'm sure people will be drinking. I'm not sure what I'll be doing. I'm not concerned with keeping up with dry January and continuing it, but I also don't have a problem with that. I had one bad day this week with food. And when I say food, I mean like sugary stuff. It was not good. But then I went ahead and got back on the no sugar train. So realized that 4 out of the past 7, I think that's right. The other 4 out of the past 5, or maybe it's 4 out of the past 6. I don't remember. I had 2 days in there and just one, but I did good. I didn't have any sugary treats, which is fantastic, right? I did decide, right? I committed, promised myself that for 30 days, I will not have sugary snacks or whatever you want to say about that. I will have things that were going to be like paleo keto that are sweet, but not with sugar. I don't know if that's a good thing. I guess the scientific community is a little mixed on this, but I bought all the stuff to do, not to do keto, not to do paleo, but just to have other options instead of having like a little Debbie or a cookie or whatever, right? I'm looking forward to that. Right? I made the commitment to myself. I promised myself that for 30 days, this is day 2 of that there won't be any of that. Now, if I did it right, that should mean March 2nd is the day when I'm done with that. And I think to myself, like, why do I put myself through it? 1, it's good. 2, I want to get in the habit of making promises to myself and not failing on them, because I think I've got a history of doing bad in that route. Vulnerability time. I am concerned that my running days might be over, and I was never a good runner anyway, but I did enjoy getting out to the trail. So I'm going to see where this goes. And it could just be that in January I did so much running that, I just kind of overused my knees, because I went for a run this last couple of times, just on the treadmill, just a 5K. I didn't think it was hard. I mean, I was maybe up to a 25-minute pace on a 5K. So we're not, 8-minute mile basically. We're not talking really fast. And there's a part of my knee that hurt to touch, and that is new. Now it's been, yep, it still hurts, and it's been a couple of days now. I have never felt this before. It's not on the other side, so it makes me wonder what's going on with that. And part of it is, I try to get, if I don't get my workout in the morning, I will try to pick an opportune time during the day, right? And a 5K, I can, 30, 45 minutes for everything in and out. It's kind of like a lunch break for me if I want to get it done that way. So there's not a lot of stretching pre and post run, and that could be what this is. I'm less than a month until my birthday. I'll be 47, so it could just be old age setting in, and I gotta do old guy things. That's a thing, and make sure I stretch and foam roll and all that stuff. Maybe, or it could be something with maybe my knee. Maybe I tore my meniscus. Maybe I, chewed up on my cartilage, and maybe my running days are over. And like I said, I wasn't good at running anyway, so it's not like I'm really losing out on anything. I was never a star running athlete, certainly not any distance, but I did like it. I didn't like running so much. I like trail running. And if I'm done running, then that probably has to go too. So back to a lot of walking, I suppose. So I used to do, I used to, it was just last year, so that, 6 months ago even, doing a ton of walking with a weighted vest on. I'll just go back to that. It's a 45-minute thing. I get outside. No, no. We'll see where this goes, but it, I don't know. I was just kind of getting into a groove, and I was trying to reach some goals. So it kind of sucks. It kind of, you know, I can't say I'm deflated by it, but I'm disappointed. Yes, I am, you know. Um, but, right around the same time, which is this past week, realized I really have been slacking off on lifting weights, which is my true love, compared to running. So the commitment was to get in there more anyway. So I'm just going to slide over that. But I feel like I always go through this every time I try to get into a workout routine. I do too much one way or another. I'm either doing too much lifting, and then like whenever I was going really heavy this past year on like trying to get my bench press up, um, then my elbow was hurting and my shoulder started to ache and my wrist had issues, and this is, I feel like I can't win with this. There's always something that happens, and it kind of makes me have to adjust things, and I guess I'm just tired of having to adjust all the time. I would like to just be able to get into a groove and be able to go for a while, but I guess that's just not life, especially life as you're getting closer to 50. Body's just breaking down little by little. It's fine. I'll get used to it, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I won't get used to it. I've never been this age before. How am I supposed to act my age? I've never been this age before. I like that one. Um, so yeah. I mean, I got a lot of things that are coming up that are great. I got that stuff to worry about, which is not great, but I just have to keep on moving. I think doing things like this little no sugar challenge or whatever you want to call it, no sugary treats challenge, I think it's important. I'm going to keep pushing and doing those things. And, I just, I think it's important. I think, weird enough, I think that doing this every day, and I'm going on 10 minutes now. So I've been going for a while, but I do think I get some good value out of this. I really do. So I'm going to keep doing it. I don't know if, like I said before, I don't know if I'm going to keep doing it for, ever on a daily basis. It seems like a bit much. But maybe I'm not, like, I always have something else to do. And I like doing a little check in to myself, if nothing else. But I'm going to get after it. It's a Saturday today, February 1st. Got a lot of activities going on. I get to go watch some fighting, although we're not talking about professional bouts, but I'm sure it's still going to be awesome and amazing. So I'm looking forward to it. Again, maybe some beverages that are drink tonight. I don't know if I'm going to have any alcoholic beverages or not. I'm past dry January, so I've kept the commitment to myself. I'm just debating. Do I just keep going? So I'm not hurting without it and then miss it so much. But if I have a drink or two, I'm not worried about it. Like I said, I kept a promise to myself. I did it. Game on. So let's get after it, everyone. Let's go.